Hello and welcome to the Mental Health Hotline. If you are obsessive compulsive, press 1 repeatedly. If you are codependent, ask someone to press 2 for you. If you have multiple personalities, press 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you are paranoid, we know what you are and what you want. Stay on the line and we'll trace your call. If you're delusional, press 7 and your call will be transferred to the mothership.
FBI apologizes, says it failed to probe tip on school shooter Nikolas Cruz. The FBI issued an extraordinary apology Friday afternoon, revealing that it had received a tip on January 5, 2018, that Nikolas Cruz was acting erratically and may be planning a school shooting. The agency failed to act on the tip. A month and 9 days later, Cruz, 19, entered Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School, mowing down students and staff with an AR-15. 17 people died. Okay, let me stop this right here for a second. This was written by the Miami Herald, which is a liberal newspaper, as most are these days. They wrote in that this was an AR-15, specifically for one reason, to start this gun control shit like most liberals are doing these days. Let me introduce you to the AR-15, which the liberals in our government seem to want to convince people it means assault rifle, which is not true. It actually stands for Armalite Rifle Model 15, which is named after the company Armalite, which invented it in the 1950s. Okay, now let me introduce you to the .223 caliber hunting rifle, which was designed for varmints/small game such as squirrels and rabbits, which is also a semi-automatic with the same capacity clip and the same caliber as the so-called liberals' assault rifle, the AR-15. But you never hear a word about this rifle, just because the other one, the AR-15, looks like a military weapon. We are still investigating the facts, said FBI Director Christopher Wray. I am committed to getting to the bottom of what happened in this particular matter, as well as reviewing our process and responding to information that we received from the public. We have spoken with victims and families and deeply regret the additional pain this causes all those affected by this horrific tragedy, the statement said. All of the men and the women of the FBI are dedicated to keeping the American people safe and are relentlessly committed to improving all that we do and how we do it.
Bullshitter alert! Bullshitter alert!
After the FBI received the tip, according to the statement, it should have been deemed a credible threat. Then protocol would say the information should have been forwarded to the FBI Miami field office, where the investigation would have been launched. But the information was never passed to Miami, and no further investigation was undertaken. We have determined that these protocols were not followed for the information received by the public access line on January 5th. The FBI statement read. That's all the paper had to write about this article. But I think the real point of this whole story is these poor victims of this needless shooting haven't even been buried yet. And the liberals and celebrities wasted no time. Within hours, they started their call for gun control. It never fails. They seem to not give a damn about anything or anybody except their agenda. They want to take the guns out of the hands of us, the U.S. citizen, that are protected under the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution. They want to punish you and I for the actions of one psycho son of a bitch. I don't think that's right to punish us for his actions. We had nothing to do with his mind. The gun had nothing to do with it at all. The gun was just a tool to carry out his evil plan. The gun didn't walk into the school by itself and hover in midair and shoot these 17 people. He brought it in. He carried it into that school, raised it up, and executed 17 people in that school. But yet the liberals, the celebrity types, all them, want to blame it on the gun. Here's an example, just to let you know what I'm trying to talk about. If a drunk driver driving down a road smashes into a car and kills a family, who do they blame? Yes, they blame the driver. They don't blame the car, ever. It was the driver's fault. But when any kind of gun violence happens, who do they blame? They blame the gun. They don't blame the person that pulled the damn trigger. I find that to be bullshit. Well, thanks for listening. You know I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like. Leave me a comment. And don't forget to hit that big old subscribe button. Sure does help me out a lot. Hope you had a great day. And as always, until next time, bye-bye.